But have you noticed how Pi Network keeps introducing so many new developments in this year, 2025, especially before June 28th? Even though the price of Pi coin is not yet stable, the Pi core team is achieving major milestones, giving hope and confidence to pioneers who have been mining Pi coin for a long time. Maybe this changes everything you ever know on Pi Network. Here is a controversial new partnership just launched that has crypto analysts divided and the pioneer community in heated debate. What CoinCatch exchange just did with Pi perpetual contracts could either accelerate Pi's path to mainstream adoption or create the exact market manipulation that threatens our token's future. If you're holding Pi, this is not optional viewing. While this development may initially seem like a step forward in increasing Pi liquidity and trading options, deeper analysis suggests that the implications could be more complex and potentially concerning for the price trajectory of Pi Network's native token. Okay, let's first greet and welcome you all to the channel where we dive deep into Pi Network's revolutionary developments. I'm incredibly excited to have you here today because we're diving deep into something that could completely revolutionize Pi Network's trajectory. If you're watching this, you're in exactly the right place to discover the future of Pi Network. Whether you're joining us from different countries of Africa like Nigeria, Kenya, or the vibrant streets of India, the islands of Philippines, United States, or anywhere else across our global pioneer family, this video is specifically crafted for you. You can join our community by smashing subscribe button and ring notification bell if you haven't already. Also drop comment about your thought of Pi potential together with Pi Network to the moon, along with your country name to see how massive our worldwide pioneer community really is. I'm Nathan, and in this video I'm exposing the complete truth behind the CoinCatch perpetual contract launch, revealing why market experts are calling this a double-edged sword for Pi's price trajectory, and most importantly, sharing the hidden implications that most pioneers don't understand yet. I'll also reveal 3 critical market dynamics that could determine whether Pi soars or crashes in the coming months. Stay with me because what I'm about to share could completely change how you view Pi's market position. Let's now get started. Here's what just happened that has the entire crypto community talking. CoinCatch Exchange officially launched Pi Network perpetual contracts, marking a pivotal moment in Pi's trading evolution. But here's where this gets controversial and why seasoned market analysts are raising red flags about this development. Perpetual contracts are sophisticated derivative instruments that allow traders to speculate on Pi's price movements without actually owning the underlying Pi tokens. Unlike traditional futures with expiration dates, these contracts let traders hold positions indefinitely, provided they maintain their margin requirements. The catch is that these contracts enable leverage trading, which can amplify both massive gains and devastating losses. What makes this CoinCatch partnership particularly intriguing is that they're offering Pi perpetual contracts without supporting actual spot trading for Pi tokens. This creates what market experts call a skewed market environment, where contract trading exists in isolation from genuine token ownership and transfer. Think about this carefully. Traders can now bet against Pi's price through leveraged short positions without any corresponding spot market to anchor the price through real Pi token demand. This development has stirred significant concern among crypto market observers who understand the dangerous implications. When exchanges introduce contracts without spot market support, they essentially create vehicles for speculative short selling that can artificially increase downward pressure on the token's price. Market watchers have documented this phenomenon repeatedly across various cryptocurrencies, where contract-only trading often coincides with increased bearish pressure on the underlying asset. The mechanism behind this is what traders call short force, where aggressive short positions push prices lower, sometimes completely disconnected from the token's fundamental value. In Pi's case, speculative traders can now take leveraged short positions through these perpetual contracts, potentially creating artificial selling pressure that could undermine confidence among long-term pioneers and broader investor interest. But here's what most people are missing about this partnership. The absence of spot market liquidity limits opportunities for genuine Pi token accumulation, which is absolutely crucial for establishing sustainable price floors. If Pi Coin receives a Binance listing this June, it would mark the most significant milestone in the network's entire evolution. For longtime pioneers who have been faithfully mining and building utility within the Pi ecosystem, often for years, it would represent the ultimate validation of their time, effort, unwavering commitment, and belief in the project's vision. From an economic perspective, a listing on Binance could spark increased liquidity, dramatically higher market volume, and potentially significant price appreciation that could reward early believers. However, a sudden influx of massive trading activity could also introduce volatility and speculative behaviors that would need to be carefully managed to protect the foundational goals and values that make Pi Network special. Within Pi Network's vibrant and truly global community, opinions are passionately divided into three distinct camps, each with compelling arguments that deserve serious consideration. The optimists are absolutely convinced that it's time for Pi to shine on the world stage. This enthusiastic group believes that Pi has reached the maturity and stability needed for listing on a prestigious platform like Binance. They point to the millions of KYC-verified users, the rapid development of ecosystem applications, and the steady, consistent movement toward open mainnet as undeniable evidence that Pi is ready for the global spotlight. These supporters are vocal, passionate, and unwavering in their belief that a Binance listing would not only drive tremendous value, but also serve as a marketing megaphone, attracting even more developers, users, and business partners into the Pi Network ecosystem. The realists take a more cautious approach, urging patience and strategic thinking. Their argument is grounded in the critical importance of perfect timing and proper infrastructure. They believe that listing on Binance or any major exchange should only happen after the open mainnet is fully launched, thoroughly tested, and completely operational. This thoughtful group emphasizes that Pi Network's primary mission has always been to build genuine real-world utility, not speculative hype or short-term gains. They argue that listing prematurely could attract investors with purely short-term motives and potentially undermine the slow, deliberate, and methodical progress that has defined the network since its very inception. The builders represent a fascinating third perspective, focusing entirely on practical utility over market speculation. These are the developers, merchants, and community leaders who spend their days building decentralized applications, establishing peer-to-peer marketplaces, and testing real-life use cases for Pi in the physical world. They see the true value of Pi Network in its usability rather than its tradability. Their vision centers on making Pi a currency that can buy your morning coffee, pay for a haircut, or support a local small business, regardless of its price on any exchange. Meanwhile, Binance maintains its characteristic silence on the matter, but industry analysts believe the exchange is watching Pi Network's development very closely. Given Binance's proven history of listing high-profile, community-driven projects, especially those with robust and engaged user bases, it wouldn't be surprising if serious discussions are already taking place behind closed doors. The stage is undeniably set for something significant to happen. With tens of millions of users actively engaged, developers launching innovative applications daily, and merchants beginning to accept Pi as a legitimate form of payment, the momentum is building toward an inevitable breakthrough. Whether Binance lists Pi Coin in June remains beautifully uncertain, but what's crystal clear is that Pi Network is approaching a historic moment that could change everything. Pioneers, we're witnessing the unfolding of cryptocurrency history. The next few weeks could completely transform Pi Network's trajectory and reward every single person who believed in this vision from the beginning. Whether you're Team Optimist, Team Realist, or Team Builder, we're all united in this incredible journey toward financial revolution.
Without balanced spot markets to counter speculative activity, Pi becomes vulnerable to amplified price swings and sharp declines that don't reflect the project's actual progress or utility development. For a community-driven project like Pi Network, where the long-term vision emphasizes real-world utility, ecosystem growth, and mass adoption, these artificial market conditions present serious challenges. Maintaining healthy price action isn't just about making pioneers happy. It's essential for supporting future partnerships, attracting serious developers, and building legitimate real-world use cases. However, there's another perspective that suggests this CoinCatch partnership represents Pi Network's growing recognition in the broader cryptocurrency ecosystem. The fact that exchanges are creating sophisticated trading products for Pi indicates that the crypto market is taking notice of Pi's potential. This increased attention could eventually lead to more legitimate trading venues and broader market participation. The Pi core team now faces the critical task of expanding legitimate trading venues and fostering genuine ecosystem utility to counterbalance reliance on speculative trading instruments. The ongoing progress toward mainnet launch, enhanced KYC verification processes, wallet integration improvements, and real-world decentralized application deployment will all contribute to strengthening PI's fundamental market position against these speculative pressures that threaten our community's long-term goals. This phenomenon isn't unique to Pi Network, and that's exactly why we need to pay attention to historical patterns. Numerous cryptocurrencies have faced similar challenges when derivatives and contracts launch ahead of robust spot market infrastructure. Historical instances show that excessive contract-based speculation can lead to heightened volatility, allegations of price manipulation, and serious erosion of investor trust that can take years to rebuild once damaged. The key difference with Pi Network is our massive global community of pioneers who understand the long-term vision and aren't just looking for quick profits like typical crypto speculators. As Pi Network continues maturing, greater adoption and practical use cases will become essential for balancing speculative pressures with genuine demand, ultimately promoting healthier price stability and sustainable growth that benefits our entire ecosystem rather than just short-term traders. What makes this CoinCatch situation particularly interesting is how it highlights the delicate balance between gaining market recognition and maintaining project integrity. While the perpetual contract launch brings Pi into more sophisticated trading discussions, it also exposes our token to the same manipulation tactics that have plagued other cryptocurrencies during their early market phases, creating both opportunities and risks for our pioneer community. The timing of this partnership is also significant, as Pi Network approaches critical milestones in its development roadmap. Having perpetual contracts available during this phase could either provide additional liquidity support or create unnecessary volatility that distracts from the project's fundamental progress and real-world utility development that we've all been waiting for. What's your take on this CoinCatch partnership? Do you see this as Pi's step toward mainstream adoption, or are you concerned about the potential for market manipulation that could hurt our pioneer community? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because I genuinely want to hear from our pioneer community on this controversial development that could shape Pi's future trajectory. Remember, pioneers, we're witnessing Pi Network's transition from experimental mobile mining to serious cryptocurrency market participation. Partnerships like this CoinCatch perpetual contract launch represent both opportunities and risks that every informed pioneer needs to understand completely before making any decisions about their Pi strategy. If this deep analysis opened your eyes to the complex reality behind Pi's market dynamics, show your support by hitting that like button right now. Your engagement helps me continue bringing you this level of detailed Pi Network coverage that you won't find anywhere else in the crypto space. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and keep building our Pi ecosystem together. I'll see you in the next video with more critical Pi Network market analysis that cuts through the hype and gives you the real facts. Until then, let's keep pushing Pi toward its true potential and the moon.